Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Ian as a Weirdo. I'm Fred. I am here to watch a game. This is the second game that I will have watched today. Um, and that's okay. So the Canes are playing the Detroit Red Wings. I don't know why that would. Sometimes I just get like marble mouth and I'm just like, and it just doesn't work. And I try to make it work and it's just not working. Um, but yes, so I am going to be watching the game. If you want to um, come hang out with me in Discord, I'll drop you a little linky link. I'm going to do like 10 things at a time. Talking about Jarvie, my boy. So, didn't sleep last night, so feeling awesome. And, I guess what's new at this point, right? So, we're still in the pre show on Discord. So earlier I watched the who did I watch? I watched the WHL game. I watched the Boston Fleet versus the Ottawa Flames. No, they're not the Flames. Ottawa Charge. And it's hard because they use the Calgary Flames like logo basically, so it's easy to get them. Um, so I watched that WHL game. Boston Fleet won in a shootout. Oh, nice! I'm glad that you're finally getting to do that. Finally on your terms, not finally. You're finally doing it. You can do it. I know you can. If anyone can do it, you can do it, Lori. I have faith in you. So, watching the Canes, and I'm looking at the standings, which change pretty much day to day, especially right up here at the top. We have a lot of switching up at the top, especially in the Eastern Conference. Uh, Overall, not so much because um, in the Western Conference, the Colorado Avalanche are leading by so many points um, that they're leading by 5 points going into this game, unless it was like a midday game that I missed. I didn't check it earlier, so it's supposed to happen starting on Tuesday afternoon. You had life happen. Life happens. Life happens. You don't have to explain it to me. You know, anybody else. Life happens. You're getting it done in the same week. That's impressive. Sometimes I'll set a goal and like it'll be months and I'll be like, oh yeah, I planned on doing that thing. Oops. But I'm hoping to get more energy soon from answers from my medical stuff and everything. Also, I found out one of my vitamin deficiencies while we're waiting on the game to start and everything. One of my vitamin deficiencies was B12, and I can't take a B complex because right with contraindication or like whatever. Yeah, I guess that's the right word. But so I was taking B12, and I just got a cheap B12 vitamin. And so apparently there's like different sources of B12 that they would use for um, like supplements, and the cheaper ones tend to use one that the body can't like absorb, which is of course. So I've been taking this. I'm like, I don't see any difference. Like, what the hell? So I joined the celiac group because I think that might be what's going on, and I'm just like, kind of like, hey, like being transparent. I'm like, I'm not trying to like fool anyone that I'm diagnosed. I'm just like, I think that this could be what's going on with my doctor. I have some suspicions and stuff. But I was talking about how like I take B12, like I'm not feeling any energy boost. Like, what's everyone's dose? Like, what do people take? And so not only was I taking a much lower dose, but I was taking the dose that was I was taking the type that was not like biocompatible, like not absorbed by your body. So it's basically doing nothing as it runs through your system. And so I'm gonna order some B12 that actually like is like not synthetically made, the cheaper kind, and hopefully that will have be a little bit more energy for me. Granted, the root problem of why I have a deficiency will not be immediately addressed, but we're working on addressing it. So fingers crossed that that would be something. Because like some days are better than others. Like some days it's like okay, I have a little bit of energy, I can do a little something, whatever. And some days I'm just like the energy to like keep my eyes open is just about all the energy I have for the day. And like keep my eyes open, make my way to the bathroom when I need to go to the bathroom, important thing. And and feed Scott. That's all the energy I'll have. And even the feeding Scott is like forcing myself to do it. Like I'm not gonna let him cast, so I have to do that. But like sometimes it's literally all the energy I will have in a 24-hour time period. So, and sometimes it's not that bad. I can move around. I can get around. It's not that bad. So we'll see. I have a ultrasound on Monday, so I have to go in early for the contrast. Okay, we just did a puck drop, so I have an ultrasound on Monday. Um, got to go in early for my contrast, and it's like 4 hours. And so I can get the ultrasound after that. The contrast is to take it. So they don't have Bussy in that. Bussy's been on fire. They have their other goalie, they have Anderson in that. Dodgers lost to the Cubs today. I think they lost two. Uh, in spring training. My internet's a little bit laggy, so if we have some problems with this, I might call it quits on YouTube and just stick to the game. Okay, so far we're about 2 minutes into the game. Detroit's already playing a much more physical game than I've seen in more recent games with the Canes. Um, the Canes are bringing a lot more energy out right away. Um, just comparing the players side by side, already in their offensive zone. If you haven't been watching the PWHL games with me, which I know Lori has, um, the the live chat is like all of the PWHL games are free live on YouTube, and I the live chat is just on fire the whole time. It's really awesome to chat with people. Like there's like an inside joke going on the whole time in this game, and like someone has like misspelled hockey, so like clock it, and like literally like the whole time people were like just like running with it. It was so it was such like a good atmosphere. Like even if you're like I don't know who to root for, like me right now, like I don't know who to root for. I'm just kind of there and just see, feel out vibes and stuff. Um, like uh, like just the, the community and like the people just like showing up to the games to watch on YouTube. It's a really cool vibe. Really bad at figuring that out. What who to root for? As teams I watch, I think like I'm probably leaning towards Seattle Torrent because like I was really wanting to like go for the Boston team um, today because Frankel did so well in net in Olympics, just insane. Uh, but I just didn't find the team to be that. Like I feel like their offense was just not doing it for me. And it just was kind of a little like, they were kind of relying on having a really good goalie. And I think having a really good goalie is amazing. Obviously, it's critical in a game, but like your team, it's a team sport. Like the whole team has to show up. And I don't know if the rest of the team was on the same um, level of it. So yeah, so obviously I'm pulling the Canes. They're new here team. They're playing against the Detroit Red Wings. Um, I haven't seen the Red Wings play in a long time. Oh, wow. Let's keep that right in. Stop play. Wow, just like a little bit. I kind of wish like this is just like selfish me, but like I wish they would play like because they'll be playing music in the arena. and like when they're like in between plays and in between calls and stuff like that. But then they stop it immediately once the puck drops and the players are playing, which I'm sure it's very distracting to have music going on when the players are playing. Because also like the crowd is cheering and stuff as well. But like it's just so I feel like it'd be so fun to be like watch people skate and like there's music going up in the background. Like I don't know. To me that would be like really cool. Would anyone else enjoy that, or is this just like a me thing? Because like they stopped the music like immediately. It's like it's kind of feeling that music. It's kind of pumping me up because all the music's like to pump you up, get you going. So there's one player, Seth Jarvis. He was on Team Canada, and it's really sweet, like funny, silly guy. Um, but so there is this show called Face Off behind the NHL on Prime. And I only watched one episode before I guess my Prime membership ended, which I could just start it up. I'm gonna wait until I have to order something again. Um, but he was talking about like his mental health, and like it was like a little bit like there was really no detail that went into it other than like this is really hard on my mental health, and like kind of like negative self talk that he had. But it was like a really it was really nice um, episode. I haven't watched the other episodes. There's 2 seasons of it. Um, so if anyone has Prime and want to watch that episode, I think that would be really fun to watch. I mean, there's other episodes that focus on other players and themes, but that episode was for him. Um, so I think that would be really nice, especially the intersection of mental health, because I think we talk about mental health quite a bit. Or I could just, get Prime again myself if it was that I'm order something like 2 weeks, or, 2 to 4 weeks, and nor that much from Prime, but you know, take care of myself. I love the black uniform so much. Okay, so we're starting to see Detroit pick it up a little bit in their pace, but still not quite as much as the Kings. But I will say Detroit's making a solid wall of defense. You know, offense isn't pushing that much at all right now, but defense is like 5 dudes right in front of, like screening right in front of the goalie. You're like, okay. Oh, let's not look at standings. I love looking at standings and talking about standings. Standing. So yeah, so currently Colorado is at 85 points. Tampa Bay and Carolina are tied at 80 points. They're both Tampa Bay and Carolina both Eastern Conference. Colorado is in the Western. I will say that the Minnesota Wild is also tied at 80 points. I think they played today and they won. No, they lost today against them yesterday. So, yeah, so we have currently uh, a tie for second place, a three-way tie for second place with 80 points. Tampa Bay Lightning, Carolina, and Minnesota Wild. Now, Carolina tied with Tampa Bay after they beat them at home. For Carolina. Now, I forgot the trade deadline, which I know I've been trying to be better about that because I don't really know jack shit about trades, if I'm being honest. And um, I think that we have. Okay, so the trade deadline is Friday, March 6th. So it is this upcoming Friday. And I have heard, and I learned a little bit from that one face off video I watched, that the trade deadline is like up to the last like minute of like changes that can happen. It can get really crazy and like wild, and like people can get like swapped to one team and like swapped to like the other side of the country, just like that. And they actually talked about a trade that um, had like briefly happened in Carolina that was supposed to be like really good for helping them get to the cup. Um, and and then he ultimately went to the Dallas Stars, I think. Um, so, but like how that affected like the team is specifically Seth Jarvis, um, and I thought it was really interesting because I just don't know anything about things. I want to learn. I want to learn. It just seems very complicated. So trying to take it in bite size versus what happened. I think Sebastian Malcolm is just like the cutest, just the cutest, just, just a cute face. But I want to go like this too. One of those faces. Don't forget you can come watch the game for free with me. There's the link. If you don't have a Discord, you can sign up. All of that is again free, and then that link will bring you to the um, Army Weirdo server, just like our chat room. And then in there, we can watch, like, I can stream things. I've streamed movies before, hockey games, all kinds of stuff. We've done that. So uh, that is um, that is what we did. My brain just went like totally offline. Just like the light behind my eyes, I felt like it would just like die. I was just like, I can't decide if I'm gonna just like fall asleep after this. Probably not. I'm gonna try to. Hey Amy, welcome in. I'm watching the Red Wings Canes game over on Discord. If you want to join, if you don't want to join, that's fine too. I'm gonna start crocheting. I've been kind of just watching the um, thing, but I'm gonna crochet because that's what nobody pays me for. It's unfair. Just lay it down. Don't freeze that button. Okay, there we go. Oh, oh man. Oh, come on, get in. what's going on. So I'm watching the hockey game over on Discord. So if you click the Discord link and have a Discord, it will take you straight to the Army of Weirdos Discord. If you don't have a Discord, you have to sign up for one. It's free. Um, and you can watch the game if you want to. Um, Zach is actually at a hockey game, so yeah, he's not really here. Um, he's just he's tuned in at the beginning. Mom was watching a British comedy, so I had time to myself. Oh, nice. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. He had a breakaway. I guess it wasn't technically a breakaway. It was faster than everyone else. Nice. So I'm trying a different approach with this space. Normally, I've been working in a lot of circles with these, so I'm working on my next patch. So I have Art the Clown, my horror icon patch. I have Freddy Krueger. I have Pennywise, the newer It. I have Jason Voorhees, and then I have Billy from uh, Saw. So I have created pretty much all of these in a circle, doing a magic ring and then doing concentric circles out and then shaping them a little bit. And I did that for a small version of the space, but I wasn't quite getting this like length that I wanted. So I'm trying again. Well, first of all, I'm going to be with my neighbor working on. I'm going to be working on a patch, and uh, I'm doing more working more vertically or working off a chain instead. Two, three. Okay, so it's kind of the shape I'm going for, but I want to, it's kind of curving in a little bit, which means I didn't put enough stitches when I turned based on how tall the stitch was. Would have been enough if it was like a single crochet, but it's treble crochet and it's taller. Gotta put more stitches there. I get so close. I'm like, oh my god. I feel like they can't be putting so much pressure on. Although it's pretty much equal in shots on full. So it just doesn't seem as like you're hammering as like something's going wrong with my brain ability. Okay, so see, it's still okay. One minute remaining in the first. Carolina leads by one. Hey Bridget, welcome in. How are you? I'm watching the Canes Red Wings game. I am working on a Ghost Face match. Tripping penalty for Detroit. So we're going to have a power play for the Canes. 40 seconds in the first, and then the remaining in the second. Okay, so this is once again. So this is the shape that I'm starting out with. And this whole pretty big, and I don't like that. So maybe I can do something at the top to pull it together, pull those sides together. Skip a stitch. Ooh, Jarvie scored. I missed it. Damn it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's my boy. Okay, so single crochet, half double, half double, double, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 trebles. I guess this is like a little bit to close up if I can, because I'm going to try to move it so that it's kind of like this. Worst comes to worst, you can sew it up at the end. But we're going to try to get around that because for not to do that. Because I'm trying to keep it easy because I don't have it be very like sewing and you know and whatever. I can help it. Chain two. Okay, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5. 10, 21. So now I'm kind of trying to compare sizes to all of these because I want it to be around the same size, even though the dimensions of the face are wildly different. I've never seen a Hall player in my life. I've never seen anything like motivated this. So now I'm hoping to just build on the base shape I did in round one. It's such a like back and forth. Like, does this work? Does this work? Does this work? Process. Okay, yeah. So what I had in mind for the going at the top did not really look like I thought. So I'm gonna try something different. My internet is no. Okay, so it kicked me out of the stream, which is quite rude. Let's try again. I'm gonna get stand up and move a little bit so that my bones don't turn to dust. Dead. Pronounce me dead. Because I now, if I'm looking at the size of this, it's still not too dissimilar. But I feel like it should. Well, I guess it's hard. Like that's probably they could just be like a black outline. Like it doesn't have to be anything fancy for this. Hey Amy, welcome in. I'm in Discord watching the Canes and the Red Wings. I'm making Ghostface, trying to make Ghostface. I could do trebles to make this bigger, and I'm tempted to, but there is a larger gap in between trebles. Once you do many trebles, you don't really want to do. And I don't love this hole in the middle, but that's the thing. I'll, I'll sew it up. That'll just be my little secret. One, two, three. So this is what it looks like right now. I'm tempted to just kind of leave him as is. So we have this elongated lower mouth part. We're going to put the mouth in. And I think I'm going to crochet it because I'm just not good at embroidery. Like, I'm just not good at it. And then maybe do something with the eyes as well. And then we'll figure out how we're going to do with the hood as well. Because I think we can just switch over to it. You're still learning how to start a second basic crochet. I know. Okay, you are not stupid. That is the hardest part. I promise you that getting to the second row, moving from your chain to whatever you're doing with your stitches, that's where everybody is coming. Everybody. If after the game you want to come up, we can talk about it. I'll absolutely walk through it as best I can. If you ever want to talk offline, somewhere else, totally fine. I can send you some videos, things that would help me. I don't think you're stupid at all, and I don't think you should be calling yourself stupid because that is the hardest part. You ask anyone who crochets when they were beginning, getting from that chain and turning it up to your stitches is the hardest part. So don't be harsh on yourself. You don't deserve it. If you can type out kind of what you're struggling with, I'll be happy to show you some yarn that I have here. I just have a bunch of yarn in my bed because I'm single. Plus, there's a bunch of yarn here that I can show you. Oh, wow. Okay, let's put another one in the knit. Once you're used to it. Just because you're used to it doesn't mean you should be used to it, and it doesn't mean you should do it. But I will tell you that I am so mean to myself. I always have been. I was raised to be that way and just from all sides. And I still have to work on it. I'm not preaching that I'm perfect by any means, but like the how critical we are in ourselves leads into everything, and we um, and when we let those voices, there's someone else's, into our head, and we start to believe that they're our own voice saying those things, we start to believe them. It's hard not to, right? That's what we've been conditioned to believe. But you can do this. And you know what? I will say there's a 99% chance that you can crochet. You can be an amazing crochet. If that 1% chance is that crochet is not your thing, you're going to be amazing at other things. Because nobody's perfect at everything, right? So, like, okay, like, there's a lot of things I suck at. It's okay. So, try, have fun with it. It's a hobby, right? And the minute that it stops being fun, put it down, come back to it later, whatever. But what you're doing is the hardest part. How Zach should you appreciate me? I don't think so. If you want to send me one, you can, although I don't know what that would mean. But if you want to send me one, you can. You can do it on Discord. You can do it with my email that I can give you. But no matter what you got going on, I totally will. If you can take care of a human being, you can. What is crochet? Nothing, right? Lots and lots of pictures for you. Okay. Too numerous to mention. So this is the little face of the amigurumi, but I'm like, this size is not right. It needs to be bigger. And this one, I think also maybe needs to be bigger. Um, Well, if you want to learn from me in any capacity, in any way that works for you, I am totally willing to help. So I have this brand. I use this brand called Pravana, which you can only get from like a store that sells to professionals. I have a license to get it, and it's like really faded too. Um, but so it's the Pravana green. Um, but if you are looking for other greens, um, I think that what's the best green? I really like Ion Color. Really, really like that. Um, but I don't know if they're at Sally's. And Sally, like if you get access to Sally's, um, uh, there's a couple brands that have really good color. There's Good Guy Young. That's the Haley Williams brand. I don't know if they have a green. They probably do. Brad Bondo. It's a little more expensive, but very nice color. Very conditioned for your hair. Um, I know they have a brighter green. I don't know if they have a darker green. Um, and Danger Jones. Danger Jones, I'm pretty positive, has a darker green. Yeah, it's super fun having green hair. Green's my favorite. I always go back to it. Not necessarily this green, but I always go back to green. So I'm just single crocheting around. I was gonna do increases over here so that it would curve and look flat, but I actually decided that I wanted it to kind of be like the hood where it kind of came over his mouth a little bit. It doesn't have to be too much, but at least a little bit. So I'm just single crocheting all the way around because if you don't increase, then it's going to flip up. Okay, got that hooked up. Now the rest of the night is yours. Yay! Love that for you. So yeah, if you want to talk about where you're struggling a little bit with um, your crochet, we can talk about it for sure. I know it's sometimes hard to verbalize what's going on when you're like, it's just not what it needs to do. I don't know what's happening, or I'm getting I don't know where to put my hook, or like you know, a common one is I don't know where to put my hook. It's not looking like the picture or the video. I can't see what other people are doing, things like that. That's if you want to talk about it. If you don't, that's fine. But I definitely think that we can get you there. You haven't got your hook in your yarn thing right now. That's fine. That's fine. When you do have it with you, we can talk about it. I mean, I'm always happy to help if I can. Oh, I mean, hopefully I can't make it worse, right? So this is what I have for the outer sides of the face. And just for size reference. So like height wise, we're pretty much there. A little bit smaller than Jason. A little bit smaller than Pennywise. I probably could have gone a little bit bigger. I mean, definitely smaller than Freddy. Everybody's smaller than Freddy. Anderson. Anderson is going so well tonight. Love to see it. Love to see it. Because every time they don't come left, look away. But definitely see why he's golden. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, one of the things that kind of develops when you make it the way that I did is you get this hole. I don't know if you can see it. You get this huge ass hole right there in the center where I put 11 triple crochets in that last chain on my head. So I'm going to go in and just manually sew it up because I tried to like fiddle with the stitches so that it would kind of match both of the stupid big gaping hole in the middle. I'm doing the sewing to with that so you can't really see it. So, super easy to sew up. Oh, what a great save. Everyone's yelling, Freddy. 150th consecutive sellout at the arena. this is who he is now. Oh, this fucking reminds me of this like car insurance. So in October, I was going to pick my dad up from the airport, LAX, crazy busy airport, and I had my car at the time, and I went to pick him up, and I was like going to like in like the 3 4 lanes to like go and like merge to the right to pick people up. So like I'm in like the second or third from the right lane, and I'm like going forward to like trying to find a spot to put my car further right to pick up my dad. And some dude comes over and merges in on me, and like takes no responsibility. Like it's my fault. It must be my fault, right? Except it's not. Like, I did nothing. He came over on me, and like he had dashed him, and like they like he like told them that I was like coming from like a different direction than I was. Which I don't honestly know how it's fucking, but like they like said it was like equally our faults. I'm like, no, it wasn't. Like I fucking didn't do anything. So I have a $2,300 bill to like pay because this asshole and like my car, like I had Toyota Corolla, like it's tank, and like also who cares if I get myself on that car. Um, but uh, but yeah, and that but his car ended up getting messed up, and then I had this like huge bill, and I'm just like, fuck this guy, like give me this motherfucker's address because we're gonna we're gonna throw hands. So good. Carolina's playing so well tonight. You can still get the band for homestay visibility. Oh, nice. Is that coming up? I thought that was in the fall. I can't keep track of all these events. But don't we need trans day visibility? Shit in Kansas has me fired the fuck up. Is it in the March? Oh shit. Oh yeah, I bet it's cute. I can't wait to see it. What, like this one? Oh, Anderson is just was a huge show. After watching the Olympics for like checking and fighting and like all these rules are different from the NHL. It's a pretty gnarly bit. Oh, hello, Frickus. Aho so tidy. He's just like, I'm gonna hug you from behind. I'm gonna fight you. Except here's this little mouse. I contemplated making it one chain taller, but I know his face is kind of like the features are kind of like the lower part right here, and then we have to work on the eyes as well. So I want to make sure we have room for that. Right. With some sort of six commentators, just like Tim can't when you go through a PC arm. What I think, do I? It's good when you can catch it early. Talking about my hair, I need to dye it soon, so I'm trying to decide if I'm going to bleach my roots to a pretty significant, or if I'm just going to put green on top. I think I might just put green on top. Just let my hair grow a little bit. Oh, no. Yeah. I think I want to spin it on a little bit. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Oh no. They put two in. Oh, just like that. 9 seconds. Okay, cute little easy V nose. I want to crochet the eyes because I, I tried, I tried, I tried to embroider them, and it's not great. It's not terrible. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do these eyes though. And kind of don't know how to make these shapes, but I'm just gonna try some shit. Okay. Oh, and mission which means we need to get our asses up. You don't need to get your ass up. You need to get my ass up because my bones hurt, literally. kind of worked almost immediately. No, it didn't. It just, I think the commitment to embroider this is a video. thigh though. I think that's not good. That's really bad. Okay. I'm not gonna do the techniques that I looked up. I'm just gonna go for Okay, the eyes aren't that big, but I'm mad at the shape, so I'm just gonna leave that exists because I gotta get this at too much. That's hard. It's hard when you're not good. Okay, I think I did a pretty good job at imagining the two sides. I might be wrong. I've been wrong before. Okay, focus on the job. Okay, top the ends, but I'm just gonna knot things up, put them behind, and I think that is that. I wanted to crochet them, was so bad, but it was hard. It was not. I've been kind of toying around with the ideas of making the Ghostface and the Green. I want to do that. We take away one from this, and that make it my kind of latest idea is like make the face, right? Which needs to be bigger than this. And then make the hood, and then somehow like make the hood, and then sew the face onto it so that it's like obvious where the face should go and how you should sew it up. Because like I was gonna work from the face back, I just didn't like how the back of the head was shaping up. If I wanted to do the hood kind of dipping down, now you can have to do it like that, but I just thought it would look really cool. Yes. Yeah. Hey, Scotty, we did it. Scotty, we did it. Scotty, we did it. Scotty's like, I'm sure. That's fine. Hey. It's not interesting. I was wrong. It's just a mystic penalty. Don't know. You want to speak into the mic so people can hear you? They would love to hear you, Mia. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Don't act like you don't like pets all of a sudden. You love pets. You love them. Oh, he's so fast. Go Jarvie. Go Jarvie. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. No, it's very, very sweet. Hi. Hi. I'm glad you decided to join the party. I'm like, I'm like it's like a bagpipe or something. I don't know. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, that was clean. Clean as fuck. The score is now 5 Carolina, 2 Detroit. That was exciting. That was an exciting goal. Love to see it. 14 minutes left. And Third. Ooh, he just looks flat. Tripping? Yeah. Okay. I think Carolina got a penalty. It was kind of like a weird penalty because it was like they were both like up against the glass, and then like all of a sudden I just saw with the it's like his stick must have tripped over. This game isn't boring me. I'm just very tired because I did not sleep last night. Okay, normal. Oh, yeah, you just swept it right under me. Oh, we have a penalty for Red Wings. That's okay. Okay, come on. Oh, nice. This is exciting. This has me on the edge of my seat, even though we have a big one. Going for another 30 seconds, and then there'll be a 30-second power play for the Canes. I feel like the extra like 40 or something right now. Is it? I want to play one. Maybe it's just like my brain is like entering them. Oh, Canes are very aggressive right now. I like it. I like to see it. Makes me happy. Canes power plays. Okay, power play is over. Fresh folks out. Come on, Angel. Come watch the Canes win. If you don't, it might be bad luck. You're Black Cat. You should convince everyone you're good luck. I know you're not bad luck. You're the best luck. You're the best boy. You're the best luck. It's an interesting thing. They say good teams' momentum does not carry from one period to the next. there's some interesting stuff happening over there. Seven minutes left. Still lead by 3. Oh, oh, stay there. It's reaching out my phone. So, which is cool because phones breathe. Okay, so the Flames are playing the Kings. They're in the third period. Kings are up by 1. There's 12 minutes left. Calgary is. What time is it? I guess it's Saturday, so it could be an early game. You're right. No one's talking about Carolina. Everyone's talking about someone lost a stick. Sorry, I'm all up in your face. I'm all up in your grill. And I wanted to go see the Kings Avalanche game on the 2nd, but that's the day that I have my contrast ultrasound thing going on, and like the contrast is 8 a.m. and the ultrasound is at 12, and the puck drop is at 7, I think. So it's like, I don't know if I'll be live and moving around. But the news are just like sitting right now. Scotty's so cute. You could like hold him just to see how just delicate and fluffy he is. You would probably hate him because most people think he's mama, which I get. One of the things that's like weird with my like wearing the headset is that the gender growing hair out on the sides, and it's it's just weird to like have so much freaking hair. Like, and I constantly want to like just like I just I'm over the curling on the face, but just gotta be done, right? We went on it long, just gotta grow it out. Oh no, we lost a tooth. 4 minutes. 4 minute penalty for the Red Wings when there's 4 minutes and 51 seconds left. Just handed his teeth to the trainer. Oh, that wasn't necessary. This is hopefully going to be what it is. Come on, hammer it in. Oh no. Oh no, he lost wood. That's a rowing team. Oh my god. That was very efficient. I've seen I've seen a lot of people lose blades and they're like they gotta get hauled in and like fight another player because they can't skate. And like he just was like, nope, I'm gonna get across. Let him run this off. It took him only 2 seconds. Minute 20 left on the power play, which is a 4 minute power play. You would hope that they would be able to do something. Come on. Thirty-six seconds left on the power play. Minute 20 left on the clock. Oh, 45 seconds left. One more power play. We're here. Game is over. Kings win 5-2. I love seeing the storm surge. They used to do it like crazier, but apparently with the NHL was like, you guys are doing too much, and they called them a bunch of jerks. So now like there's like fan pages called a bunch of jerks that they're Canes fans. Freddie Anderson. Love to see it. Love to see it. Yes. So now they are top in the East, and they're playing like a ton of games, like just like back to back to back to back to back, which is exhausting. And they're traveling. Um, the time difference. Okay, so now Carolina has 82 points, which helps, which helps them move up in the standings. So right now, Colorado has 87 points. Remember, they had 85 when they started. Carolina has 82. Tampa Bay and Minnesota both have 80. Let's see at the final. There's a minute left of the Kings Flames game. Kings are not faring as well in the standings. Yeah, they're like eighth from the bottom. But they can move up. So hopefully. Oh, Kings just scored another goal. So I also have that game. 27 seconds left of the third period. 14 seconds. End of regulation. Kings win. It's not updated yet. So that'll help them out a little bit, move them up. So that is all for Hooks and Hockey. We get to make Ghostface, which I'm pretty proud of. It's pretty cute. Lots of tails, but I'm not going to leave them in, just like I haven't been leaving in the other ends because I don't care. It's going to be against the back's going to be covered, so don't really care. Um, but yeah, so I've been having fun making all of these. Who should I make next, other than the Amigurumi Ghostface? So if you don't recall, I have Billy from Saw. I have Art the Clown from Terrifier, which I still think he needs a hat, but I can't figure out how to make it. Um, I have Jason Voorhees. I have Pennywise. Love, I love Pennywise. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I have Jason. Nope. I have. Did I say Freddy? I think I mixed them up. Sorry, my brain. I have Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street, and I have Ghostface from Scream. So all different sizes, but it's just about getting it out there. So, anyways, thank you very much for hanging out with me. Always fun to watch hockey. Um, if you want to talk about crochet or anything ever, I am here. I'm not the best crochet teacher, I don't think, but um, you know, like I said earlier, like probably can't make it worse. Right? So, maybe, hopefully. Um, but yeah, and I think it would be really, honestly, like I like if anyone wanted to watch the Prime, um, the Face Off show with me, I would be really happy to put that on. Put the specifically the episode with Big Non Touching Hugs. Absolutely, I like touching hugs personally. So, but if you don't like touching hugs, then non-touching hugs to you too. But just so you know that I'm open to it. Um, and if anyone wants to watch that episode of Face Off, where they focus on mental health, and Seth Jarvis of the Carolina Hurricanes is talking about his own struggles with negative self talk and just like how it holds him back and gets in his head. I think it's a really good episode. I think it's good. I want to watch the whole series. So it's called Face Off Behind the NHL, and each episode they talk about different things. I like saw like a little bit of like the other subjects. So like one was like talking about like big guys, like just like defenders and like or like enforcers and like what like that was like. So they really just like focus on kind of like one athlete or like two like athletes at a time who like and they there's like a theme of each episode. So I really only watched like the one episode because I wanted to watch um, the Seth Jarvis one. And like every interview or like anything I've ever seen from him, like he's just like the sweetest, like funniest, silliest guy. He's like such a goober. Um, and he's Canadian, so he was on Team Canada for the Olympics. He was called up last minute because someone got injured. So he like wasn't like which like they kind of get in they don't talk about the Olympics because it's when it's filmed. They talk about what happened last year, which was um, uh, what's it called? It's not four countries. What the fuck is it called? I'm like having such a brain fart right now. Four nations. So like him being pulled into Four Nations, which again he was kind of like a like I guess like we're gonna put him in last minute, and so like he's with like all of these like greats from Canada, and he's like I don't want to step on anyone's toes, and like so he's talking about his experience there. He talks about like growing up, and like it really like for me like it really like having seen other Jarvis interviews and stuff like that, I was like, I knew he was a sweetie pie, but like him talking about like specifically like just kind of like getting in his own head and like his like struggles, he just all he would say would be like, "That's the first time that I struggled with mental health," and so it's like, okay, well, like I don't really that, like you didn't go into detail, but you know that's fair. Like you share what you want to share, right? Um, so like his episode was like basically just about him. It talked about mental health. It wasn't like the only thing they talked about because it was really just about him. But like that was like kind of like the reason why they decided to focus on him, but because they're like, we're pretty sure that Seth is like the hardest like athlete in the NHL, like hardest on himself. Um, so like I want to watch the whole thing. Like I want to watch the whole thing. Watching it right now seems like watching the whole show right now seems pretty impossible if I'm being honest, because I'm watching NHL, PWHL, and we're about to start watching Paralympics, which I don't know if they're separated by gender. I kind of got the gist that they weren't, but then there was something said in the broadcast that kind of implied that were they were split by gender. Okay, para ice hockey. Okay, so para ice hockey is an open gender sport with men and women eligible to compete together in the Paralympic Games. That's what I thought. But then they were saying something about getting 4 golds for USA, Team USA, and I was like, for hockey, and I was like, where the four? What's the fourth? I don't know, because there's like the para ice hockey, then obviously the men's U.S. hockey team, the women's U.S. hockey team. What's the fourth? Does anyone know? Am I like totally missing something? I don't know. I'm excited to see it. It like might not be my thing, like I'm willing to check it out and see what these athletes are up to. But I figured I'd check it out because yeah, I saw like that there were some women on the team and they're talking about how they're making history, and I was, but they just were like they're making history. These women are making history, and I was like, making history doing what? Like it didn't clarify, and then I was like, oh, I think there's women on the team. I think that's what it was for like certain countries, but I don't know what this fourth goal thing that they're talking about, unless they're talking about just like team events, in which case like there were other team events where US won gold, right? Other than ice skating is like the team event, the only team event I can think of. But I didn't really follow like every single sport could. There's too many sports. There's too much sports time, not enough other existence time. But yeah, anyone who wants to watch that specific episode of Face Off, I would be willing to do that now. If we wanted to watch the whole season, I'm gonna wait till after the playoffs because I can't do more. Also, like, I haven't been able to watch any spring training for the MLB, but that's gonna come up, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to watch that. So I don't know. Maybe after spring training, then I can use my ESPN. I don't know. It's very confusing. They make it impossible to watch everything. But anyways, I'm gonna let you all go. Thank you for hanging out with me. Really appreciate it, and I will talk to you all later.